Hey friends, welcome back to another video. We are on our way to Home Depot and we're kind of stuck here in traffic in a beautiful sunny afternoon. So we thought of filming a podcast. Today's topic is the mistakes people make when filing for K1 or petitioning your fiance to USA. What do you think is the number one, honey?
Ready, fire, aim. I'm just gonna get started, not plan, not think, not do anything. Observe your heartache and troubles. That's all there is to it. You didn't bother researching it. You didn't watch your YouTube videos. You didn't. And for all the complaints people give about, oh, well, this has been covered a million times on YouTube, then go to YouTube and watch and learn. Whatever.
So yeah, this is not something that we do every day, so of course it would be very intimidating, so more so that you would need a lot of research of what's going to be my next steps, what are the documents that I need to do, what are the expectations and how it would fit in my goal, because especially nowadays that it's constantly changing. And like before, prior to COVID, the process was less than 6 months. Like me, I started my application sometime in July, and in December of 2019 I was already here. But that's not the case nowadays. So this is something that you have to look up, and of course the money that's involved. So number one, do not do ready, fire, aim, because it would cost you money, it would cost you time, and it would cost you your emotions. Yeah.
There's a lot of little unseen things that you don't. I mean, hey, if you're broke, living paycheck to, you shouldn't be doing this. Period. You need to be financially stable before you're going to try to bring a spouse over.
Mm-hmm.
But the little things like mailing documents for her to sign and send back to you, or take to the embassy with her, etc. Like, DHL ain't cheap. I mean, that's some of those were like $60 to $150 for the packages to get delivered. I think just a simple envelope was 56 something dollars just for a small little manila envelope to send you. And then the stress of waiting weeks for it to arrive. And vice versa, you got to send in information into the U.S. and the state. There's $900 for this, $1,500 for that. It all adds up.
Yeah.
And you're in constant communication. And if you're picking a girl that's dumb as a box of rocks and can't function or do anything, how are you going to get her to the embassy and coordinate and plan everything if she isn't planning and coordinating it herself? So, yeah, of course it's a stressful thing. That's why you need to get all your ducks lined up as best you can, make all your plans. Hopefully you're in active communication with her and coaching if need be, and she's ready and willing to go do the travel and get on the boat or the plane or whatever it is to get down to the main embassy in Manila to do the interview process. And you've primed her to not just sit there and run her mouth. Like when you were at the embassy, there was a lot of women that are just gloating and bragging and like, oh, my husband this and my fiance that, and I don't do anything, and he's sending me $900 a month, and I'm just low class, low quality women. Period. So hopefully you don't have a girl like that, and you're steering her away from engaging with those other nonsensical dipshit women too.
All right. So, and then number two, second mistake is not taking the time to do at least 3 reviews of your application before sending it to the USCIS.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
You may catch a mistake.
exactly, and it would save you time from the back and forth. If, for example, there are some I's that were not dotted or T's that crossed, and USCIS will have to push your case back in the line because they're still waiting for this and that correction.
You and I, we mailed back and forth photos so that we could both check each other's work when we were filling it out.
Yes, and we were also video calling when you were filling it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to do a review, and if even possible, if you want a third person to review it, then that would be advisable as well. Fresh eyes to
1, 2, 3,
do.
not us. Just saying. Don't email. No, we're
No,
not
no, no.
legal experts.
Yes, yeah.
We're not
My
licensed or bonded or any of
Mhm.
that. I'm not giving you any legal advice. You do what thou will.
Yeah, we just wanna avoid any legal issues or complications.
Wasn't there a guy that was demanding something like,
Oh
"You
yeah.
better respond to me, or I'm gonna unsub"? It's like, unsub, you punk, and thumbs down on the way out the door. You piece of shit. Who the fuck do you think you are making demands of us? And then he got mad at you.
Yeah. And mind you guys, when this guy emailed me, I was like, I just got back from work, and then I have a newborn, and then I have work, and I have a
She was
full
preparing to
plate.
politely answer him, and then
Yeah.
he started making demands in email.
Yes, I'm like, no, no.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
You piece of shit. Die alone and miserable. We know what a fuck you are.
And then he turned back and trying to say like, oh, you're not even beautiful, but what, you're ugly. But I was like, oh my god, it just proves what kind of person you are, my dude. I did not reply to him. I
No,
was just like,
fucking block.
yeah.
Don't need your contact. Don't need to engage with you. Oh, by the way, dumbass, you put your fucking IP headers in. Don't go making threats to people online with your fucking IP headers in your email. Fucking dipshit.
All right. And another mistake that people do when filing for K1 is that not checking for the income requirements prior to applying. And if you feel that you're a little bit short with their income requirement, it doesn't hurt to ask somebody to be your co-sponsor. It could be your father or your sister. Just make sure that you meet the income requirement by.
What are the income requirements?
I don't have it off the top of my head, but I can link it in the description down below. Because yes, for sure, that's gonna be when a consul or whoever reviews your case and it's like, oh, you did not even meet the income requirement, and you're gonna be.
Don't try to be responsible for somebody if you're only making $35,000 a year. Just stop it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right, and then and the next mistake that people do when filing for K1 is not utilizing the Adobe, because the form is actually interactive. Like, you can actually fill out the form with your Adobe Acrobat. Some people would just print it and then write it with their handwriting.
Oh yeah, be out
No.
for sure.
Yes.
Whenever possible, digital.
Yeah, whenever possible, do digital, because you're guaranteed that anybody who would be reviewing your case can read what you're writing in there, because not all of us have really nice penmanship. And even if some people have nice penmanship, there are some instances like when you're in a hurry or something filling it out, sometimes your R would look like a T. So
Or a P.
or a P. So yeah.
Lots of pictures, because you should have been visiting her what was it, minimum twice, or is it once?
Once, yeah. You should at least meet in person within 2 years of applying for K1 visa. So yeah, other people maybe there are some other people say, oh, I'll just apply and I'll just fake a picture or something like that. No, don't do that.
No, because you also have to have a letter, and you have to have a third-party letter from a friend, don't you?
No, that you can.
Someone who knows you as a
You
couple.
can do away with it, but actually you would have to provide proof that you actually flew to the Philippines, and they would counter that with your passport. Was there a stamp to the Philippines?
So I thought one of your friends wrote a letter too, or something.
Yeah, but that's another requirement. This is a proof of relationship. What I was talking about is a proof that you actually met in person. That's why when my husband filed for the K1 visa, He submitted copies of the boarding pass, the receipts of the hotel. Yeah. So keep those document, just so you can provide it to the, like, along with your case, just a proof that you are that you actually met in person.
And we had a whole folder of photos and everything that you took with you to the embassy.
Oh
right?
yeah, that's crazy. I made a whole album with all the description in there, like when was it taken and what was the occasion. But guess what? They did not even ask for any picture.
But just in case they do,
Yeah.
doesn't hurt to have it with you.
Okay, so and then oh, not giving an affidavit of support to your Filipina, and the affidavit of support should be the like with the wet ink, meaning you can't just give her the scanned copy version or the digital version. It must be the hard copy original version of the affidavit of support. So this is something that you have to, like, really mail to your Filipina if you haven't handed it to her. So next, what
Well,
other
choosing the right passport or visa. I mean, there's the marriage one, there's the immigration one, there's the fiance one,
Oh,
there's
okay.
a visitor one. You bring her over on a vacation visa or whatever, and then you get married in the U.S. I mean, guess what? That bites you in the ass, and it ends up taking like 2 years to do versus the K1 visa. I don't know why. Maybe because there's more to process, or maybe because they just decided they're going to take their sweet time now.
No, because here's the thing, honey. K1 visa, you're a non-immigrant. For the spousal visa, you're already an immigrant. When you come here, your green card is already processed. Basically, if you're in a K1 visa, you're in a trial period of 2 years. That's why after the
Why
two,
is it it gets done quicker than the
because they don't have to go through the green card process. With the K1, I mean, with the spousal visa, they have to go through the green card processing.
okay.
So, yeah. So, to all of you who are planning to apply for a K1 visa or to bring your Filipina to the US, you can do it by yourself. Just do a lot of reading, a lot of research before you do, and
It's
it's
better to do it by yourself than trusting an agency anyways.
yeah, and it's very normal if you feel like, oh, this is overwhelming or this is beyond me. Yes, I had that feeling. Even like I'm a CPA, and when I like started reading this, I also had that like questions or doubts, like, could I really do this successfully? But I just did it step by step. I visited the websites, I watched videos of people doing it, and I just followed the instructions. You know, the form, I-129 or whatever USCIS form, it comes with an instruction, line by line instruction. So you can do it, guys. And like I said, as I have mentioned in my previous videos, if you have questions, you can shoot me an email, but please don't be demanding. And there's no guarantee that I will reply to you, because sometimes, just like text message, you receive it and you read it, and you thought of replying to it, but because life got in the way, you had other responsibilities, you forget about it.
This channel ain't our livelihood. You have zero leverage.
Yeah, so
So don't come at her like you've got some leverage over. If you don't answer my question, I'm gonna unsub you. Fuck off. Fuck out of here.
and then when I
Punk.
don't reply, come back to me and like berate me and like, oh, you're ugly. Well, it's like, oh
I've
my.
had 23 women and you're no better than her. They're all their pussies were lame. Like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Crass, low quality piece of shit. You're a broken individual, and you don't deserve a woman or love. Die alone.
And I hope whoever this Filipina that's dating you, I hope that she.
Oh, if she's dumb, she's not gonna notice, or
She's not gonna-
or she's not gonna care, and then she deserves what she's getting. But if he snapped off on you that quick, then yeah, all the red flags were there right away.
Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you like it. If you do, please give this a thumbs up. And if you don't,
Thumbs down on your
thumbs
way out
down.
the door. I don't care.
Alrighty, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.